Phil and Paul Hartnoll, Orbital. Welcome to the Peace Hall.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Very.
What do you think of the place?
Well,
Phil?
somebody said to me, "Oh, the hall is going to be indoors." I said, "How many halls have you heard without a roof in?" Yeah. I said, "Well, to be honest, if it hasn't got a roof, if it has got a roof, there won't be one after we've finished playing."
Oh, I see what you did
all
there.
over there.
Yeah,
You still got it?
Yeah. But no, I love it. I had a little walk
Beautiful.
around earlier when I got off the bus. It's a brilliant place.
Yeah.
It just looks amazing. I think.
17 something.
30.
17. What?
Yes.
17.
Something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
30 years down the line, are you particular about where you play these days?
No. No, when you 30 years down the line, when you've seen some of the places we've played, it's I'm not particular. But you know what? When you do turn up somewhere like this, you're like, oh, isn't that lovely? Look at this.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
And then you look at the weather report.
Yeah, that is the next thing you do, of course. But this is the UK. You've got to go with it sometimes.
Why not? Yeah, but we don't. We're under the.
Yeah.
You want the audience to be comfortable, don't you?
Yeah.
They
Of course.
never rain.
It's big stage.
It's a big stage.
It's big stage.
Is that a lot of fun?
It's all about the audience for me. It's all about the communication. If there could be 3 people there, which there have been, at certain occasions, if they are enjoying themselves, that's all I care about. But stage and whatever is neither here nor there.
Do you think your performances change depending on where you're playing?
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
it's not so much
feedback
where,
off
it's who you're playing in front of, because it's like a biofeedback thing, because we're jamming with the structure of the set. It's like if you're getting really positive feedback from the audience, they're kind of telling you what to do, and if they really don't like something, you can feel it, you can sense it, and you kind of move on quicker, or you change what you're doing to. You think, okay, how can I fix this for you? Yeah. And you just jam around, and if they're really going for it, you have a tendency to do things like just drop it down to a bass line and a bass drum for a bit, because it's going to take them down. It's like riding a horse or something. You've got to let it slow down now and then to then go off at speed again.
Yeah. Phil, have you been to Halifax before?
I don't think we have we?
We've never been to Halifax.
I don't think we have.
Not as a band.
No, not as a band.
Yeah, but you may have been some other time, is what I mean. I've never
I don't
been.
think we have, actually, to be honest. We've got loads of friends from Manchester. Yeah. That are all coming up.
Have you had a chance to have a wander around the town?
I had a little wander. No, not town. No.
Is it normal when you arrive at a gig, you're just on site and that's it?
For me, first thing I do is come off the tour bus in my running gear and run around the town to find out what it's like. Today, though, I looked at that big hill and just thought, okay, you're calling me. So I just ran up the hill and got to that bit that sticks out, the big butt. I just stood there like Rocky looking at Halifax thinking, I will conquer you, so it was brilliant.
I'll just keep my eye on him, make sure he's all right.
Do you still love playing live as much as you ever have, Phil?
Oh, I do love playing live. Yeah, I do. I do.
Can you describe the buzz?
Well, it's like the buzz. It's like, I don't know, I'm a dancer. I dance around a dance floor. And, when you're like, and somebody's like connecting, like, or like loads of, it's like that, but like, all those people.
Yeah.
And it's just the most fantastic thing. I've got a habit of taking pictures of the audience. It used to be like with Facebook, who was there, and people tag themselves, stuff like that, Insta, whatever, pop them up there, and it's great. But then when I get home, I put them up on the computer, and I can see, because when you're up there, you sort of acknowledge people, and they, but then go, oh yeah, I remember that. You catch people's eyes, and you have a little communication with it, and I love that.
That's really interesting, that.
I love it.
Going back over gigs.
Yeah, like all the audience. Yeah, and then I pin them up and say, look, there you are.
How have your performances changed through the years, would you say, Paul?
I don't know, because it's always been based on jamming with electronic stuff, with taking effectively like a studio on stage and having each track broken down into its little components so that I can bring them in, bring them out, and rearrange the tracks. You fall into patterns with certain tracks where you kind of play it the same way, but each section may elongate or shorten. And the joy of it is, though, if you keep doing it too much the same way, you get bored, and so you think, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change it. I'm going to throw myself a curveball and take the lead line out. And what happens if I do that? And it's great fun. So it's kind of an ongoing development, but it's quite zen because it has no end. It's just a road that you keep walking down.
So it's just one big jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mobius loop.
How does it feel when can you describe the feeling when you step out on stage?
Well,
Dead man walking. No, it's like going to the gallows. But no, I'm joking. No, for me, it's a moment of, but the hour before, it's always a bit panicky. Not panicky, I get quite calm, actually. But inside, it's like, oh, God, internal monologue. But then there comes that point, it's like, now is the time. And as soon as that moment happens, it's actually quite zen. You're in the now. It's like you've got to pay attention now. Everything else in your life you forget about, and it's a real zen now, collective kind of moment, because you go up there, you look at the audience, and it's like, right, this is us together now. I'm entertaining you. You're telling me what you want. Let's go. Let's see where this goes.
Is it a similar thing for you, Phil?
I don't know really. I'd say the first the hour build up so the lights are on but nobody's at home sort of thing. And I look at all that, but don't bother to interact with me because I might say a load of garbage or not even at all. It's not. Anyway, excitement and nervousness is the same butterfly feeling. So I convince myself that I'm not nervous. I'm excited because I'm excited actually. To be honest, yeah. And that moment where we have an intro, it's all like, I wait for him to go up there to get the cue, and then there are all these beautiful people going, whoa, like that. It's like, look at their smiling little faces. You're like, how can you not love that? I mean, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Bring it on all day long.
So the headgear, it's not something you hide behind.
No,
but it's like when you don the headgear, nobody can look you in the eye. We're backstage, everyone's like, like that, and it's like, okay, it's like your halo.
Is there a highlight in your sets, the moment that you love most?
Not written. No, it surprises you. There is a moment I do always like. I like starting Halcyon. I always enjoy Halcyon because I know the audience generally like that one, and it starts so calm. It's like a little moment of reflection. It's like, because this is like massage music or something.
And is it about the anticipation?
Yeah. It's like, but it's lovely and it's really soft and gentle, and you're like, okay, are we going to do it like this? Yeah.
And we're going to do this together.
Yeah, and it's really nice. I do like that. I do like that moment.
One big highlight.
It depends on what set we talk about. Do you know what I mean? So there's a track tonight out there somewhere that we're going to hopefully try and squeeze on. It started off as a 20-minute track on an album. What album was it? I can't remember.
Insides.
That's the one. Out there somewhere, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. It's a fan-based sort of track, if you like. I'm trying to play it tonight because my daughter is over here from Pittsburgh, stepdaughter, and this is one of her favourite tracks. But it's all about this moment right in the middle. It breaks down and it goes dum 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 dum, and I totally agree with her. That is a moment that both me and her think, So hopefully Paul's trying to squeeze it in, being the lovely uncle he is.
Well, this is the fun of doing your set like this. We haven't quite got enough time, so it's like, okay, what can we do? How can we squeeze this to get? Normally he wants banging tunes, so he wants our prog rock favourite. It's like we normally play something like Lush at that point, but it's like, okay, you want us to go prog rock? Okay, I'm more prog rock anyway. I'm all in favour of throwing the audience a curveball, but it's not like him. So how can I refuse to try and squeeze in our most prog rock track? at the end on a Friday night. That's a ballsy
Angela.
move, you know.
Angela, yeah. I do like Lush though, go back to your initial question. Yeah, it's been great, some squiggly 303 moments.
I'm excited. It's great having you here in Halifax. Thank you so much.
Great being here.
Thanks for having us.
Phil and Paul Hartnoll, Orbital.